Hi everyone, we're going to add and subtract radicals today. So how do you do that? You first need to make sure all the radicals are simplified. And that's what we reviewed last video, making the factor trees, pulling out your groups, okay? So once you do that, all you have to do is combine like terms. If you have the exact same radical, like the square root of 6 plus 4 square roots of 6, you add the coefficients, so add 1 and 4, and that makes 5 square roots of 6. All right, so look at our first example. 7 square root of 18 plus 2 square root of 50. Can I simplify the square root of 18 and the square root of 50? Sure. 18. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 is 3 times 3. Group goes out. So since there's a 7 already on the outside, I'm going to add the group of 3 to it, and I have a 2 left over. So 7 square root of 18 simplifies to 21 square roots of 2. 50 breaks down. 5 times 10 is 50. 10 is 5 times 2. Here's a group of 2. I have a 2 on the outside already. I'm bringing out a group of 5, and I'm leaving a 2 on the inside. 2 times 5 is 10 square roots of 2. So 21 square roots of 2 plus 10 square roots of 2 make 31 square roots of 2. Add the coefficients together, keep the radical the same. Looking at B, well, 90 can be broken down. 9 times 10, 3 times 3, 5 times 2. Group of 2 can go out, so 2 times 3 on the outside. 5 times 2 doesn't have a match, so that's on the inside. So 2 square roots of 90 simplifies to 6 square roots of 10. The square root of 20. 2 times 10, 5 times 2. Group of 2 can go out. There's a 3 already on the outside. I'm bringing out a 2, and a 5 is staying in. So negative 3 square roots of 20 simplifies to minus 6 square roots of 5. The square root of 40. 4 times 10 is 40. 4 is 2 and 2. 10 is 5 and 2. Group of 2 goes out. 2 times 5 stays in. Okay, so what matches here? Well, here's a square root of 10, and here's a square root of 10. So 6 square roots of 10 plus 2 square roots of 10 is 8 square roots of 10 minus 6 square roots of 5. That does not match. Okay. Going down to the next example. 24. Well, 6 times 4 is 24. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. Group of 2 can go out. So 6 is already on the outside. Times 2 for my group. This 2 and 3 are left over, so they stay in. So that first one makes 12 square roots of 6. 54. Well, 9 times 6 is 54. 9 is 3 times 3. 6 is 2 times 3. Group can go outside, so we have minus 5 already on the outside. We're bringing out our group of 3, and that 2 and 3 has to stay in. So 5 times 3 is 15. 2 times 3 is 6. Do they match? Well, 12 square roots of 6 minus 15 square roots of 6 equals negative 3 square roots of 6. Okay, let's try B. 4 square root of 63. 9 times 7 is 63. 3 times 3 is 9. Group of 3 goes out. There's a 4 on the outside. Now there's a group of 3 on the outside. This 7 has to stay in. So 12 square root of 7. 28 breaks down to 7 times 4. 4 is 2 times 2. Group of 2 goes out. So there's a 9 on the outside. Group of 2 comes out. Lonely 7 stays in. So that becomes minus 18 square root of 7. 44. Well, 4 times 11 is 44, and 4 is 2 times 2. There's a 2 on the outside already. There's a group of 2 coming out, and there's an 11 staying in. So that becomes plus 4 square roots of 11. What matches here? 12 square root of 7 minus 18 square root of 7 makes negative 6 square roots of 7. And then plus 4 square roots of 11 does not have a match. All right, example 3. We'll throw in some letters here. Can I break down the square root of 3? No. So that first term stays negative 8 square root of 3x. Can I break down 27? Sure. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 is 3 times 3. Group goes out. So if I take that 3 out, there's a 3 left on the inside, but there's also an x on the inside. So that middle piece becomes plus 3 square root of 3x. And then can I break down 12? Well, 3 times 4 is 12. 4 is 2 times 2. Group of 2 goes out. 3 stays in. And there's also an x in there. So minus 2 square root of 3x. So on this one, if you look, I have square root of 3x, square root of 3x, square root of 3x. The radicals all match. So then, what's negative 8 plus 3 minus 2? So how about it equals negative 7 square root of 3x. All right, last one. Square root of 81. 9 times 9 is 81. 3 times 3, 3 times 3. And we have x squared, so we also have an x and an x. Group goes out, group goes out, group goes out. So 3 times 3 times x gives me 9x for that first piece. This middle term does not have a radical, so that can just come down. Plus 4x minus 2x square root of 16. Guys, what's the square root of 16? 4. So minus 8x can come down. So 9x plus 4x minus 8x is 5x. All right, so that's the end of our adding and subtracting video. You guys should be working on your practice packet, and feel free to go ahead and watch the next video on multiplication. I'll see you in class.